What's up? This is MRG, and I'm here with No Mercy, Varia, and SMG, and we're going to talk about what we think on Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark, based on what we've seen in the first trailer and our thoughts on the last games.
I don't have high hopes for that game, to be honest. Because
I don't have
just
any high
seeing from the
hopes for any movie games.
just seeing from the trailer, it looked like a mess. Like Cybertronian guns on movie guys that,
Cybertronian guns on movie characters.
and it looks like a copy paste of Fall of Cybertron, which honestly was not the best game.
They're
And
probably
it
going to
reminds me of
concentrate
Dark.
on Escalation,
It,
right?
it just reminds me of Dark Moon, which brings
Yeah,
back
because don't they have like
bad memories.
44 playable characters for Escalation or something?
Ooh,
No,
I
from what I've
hope it
heard,
40
actually.
it's gonna
skins.
be like, from what I've heard, it's gonna be like 60 characters in total. But from the campaign and the multiplayer, it's going to have an overarching XP system where you'll basically all your level ups and upgrades will carry over from both campaign and multiplayer. Also, in Escalation, there's like gonna be recognizable villains in there too.
What
He
do you guys
said,
think about the campaign? What's it going to be like?
A
I think
I
it's going
don't
to
map.
be
know.
more like Dark of the Moon based. Like, the movie wasn't anything like the campaign on the story, on the game.
No, if you ask me what I think it's gonna be like. I don't know if you guys know Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, but it's like different dimensions of like the same
Yeah, I've played
characters.
Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, different characters. I mean, different dimensions of the same, revolving around the
Yeah,
same
maybe it might be
characters,
something like Spider
and they
Shattered
have
Dimensions.
like a common crisis where they have to work together and solve it, or just like
Yes,
each interact from their own world to fix it.
yes. A common thought process for this is that it's going to be starting out on Cybertron and then go to Earth after like a time skip or like having to do with the ending of Fall of Cybertron. It's thought that it might be like just the continuation of those games and
But
ending up on Earth with the movie designs for whatever reason, but probably just to promote the movie, I guess. And it's like serving as a sequel to both the games, the Fall of Cybertron games, and the movie. So I don't know.
but I don't understand. Isn't War for Cybertron and Fall Cybertron part of Transformers Prime? And doesn't the movie series already have their own Cybertron past thing, whatever?
Yeah,
I,
see, that's the problem I'm seeing with that thought, with that little thought that it's gonna intertwine into being the same thing because it makes no sense. The movie universe has its own set of events. The Prime universe has its own set of events, and there's even
Exactly.
things in the games that contradict things in Prime. So I don't know.
What bothers me is that it just looks like Fall of Cybertron. They did so
it
many
does.
things wrong with Fall Cybertron. The escalation was 15 waves. They took off vehicle abilities. They took off double jump. A lot of problems, and they even support it. Well, I know it's made by a different developer,
It's made by Edge
which
of Reality.
shines some hope. I don't know. Like,
For
hopefully things go
for those
differently.
not Right. For those not familiar with Edge of Reality, they've done like the PS3 port of Mass Effect. They've done the PC game Loadout, among several other like port games like Spider-Man for the N64, I think. A lot of things like that. So I think they're starting from scratch with this, just using the engine that High Noon already had.
Okay,
Look,
so they announced the campaign and co-op, but where's the multiplayer? There's not going to be
I
any
hope
multiplayer?
there's gonna be multiplayer, or else. Well, I always liked co-op and escalation from War for Cybertron. Well, I mean the escalation. I mean it was fun. It was way better than War for Cybertron. But I'm talking about co-op. Co-op, I had so many great memories
Yeah, but
just
why
playing
can't it
that.
have the three things like War for Cybertron? It has campaign,
Well,
co-op,
look, there's some games that are
escalation.
really good once they concentrate on a certain thing. Let's just hope. Just try to look at the positive things and hope. I don't know.
They
What do
rip
you guys
off
think the
High Moon's
escalation will
game.
be like? Like Fall
Well, they
Cybertron or War for Cybertron?
no, they kind of described it. It's not like either.
Like what?
Well, as was already stated, there's going to be like actual enemies, like I guess heroes and villains that you'll be able to fight in Escalation as well as all the grunts. Uh, Hopefully, it'll be more than 15 waves because that was a real downer in Fall Cybertron. Uh, the Endless in War for Cybertron was a lot better, and there's even this one game I'm playing that has like 30 waves. That's actually a nice length for me because at least you get an ending and a reward out of it, and it lasts for a good long while. as opposed to just the 15 waves. But as long as it's not just a short 15, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, yeah, those 15 waves on Fire Cybertron, like it ended so quick. You wanted to do more, but it just ended.
Once you have 4 people, you can just steamroll the thing.
And then plus that, you get 3 chances to do it. It doesn't
Oh
just
yeah,
end.
Yeah, like why would they give us
You
three
have 3
second
lives.
chances? Why? Once you die, you're supposed to just die. That no, that's just stupid.
yeah, it makes it too easy.
Even
People
on
want like a
hard.
There's
challenge.
that
Like,
one game. That one game I was playing with the 30 waves. You can. There aren't lives, but it is possible to actually buy yourself back in at a high cost, though.
Well, look,
Kind of interesting concept, but
one thing I
go
want in
ahead.
Escalation is I don't know if you guys know this, but I want the sense of verticality. I mean, look at Wolfer Cybertron. You can go like w- really high up and things like in Broken Hope. Like there's a lot of things you could do. There's actually space for you to fly as a jet. Not like I don't know, like Fall Cybertron. It just felt so indoors. I don't know.
and there wasn't much flying characters.
It was just Starscream and Shockwave,
Yeah,
and it was an inside map. What's the point?
Oh, and another thing is that the vehicle abilities were like for some reason gone in the multiplayer. You couldn't at
Yeah,
least boost as the cars at all. You could boost as each ground vehicle in the campaign, but that was it. The
that's
jet
stupid
can have
though.
barrel roll, but it didn't feel as useful as War for Cybertron did.
yeah. The more
They
things
need
that
to
a game
bring
has, the funner it makes it.
Yeah, they need to bring back the original vehicle abilities from War for Cybertron. Don't give me no damn boost on no scout. I don't want that. I want a barrel roll, and I want to be able to like do a U-turn with a tank, and I want the barrel to
Or
be
the
actually a
ram with the
barrel,
truck.
you know, not just a little spin.
Yeah, that's all it wasn't for. It was just a spin. It didn't even really feel like a dodge maneuver. It was just
Yeah,
a
it didn't
spin.
dodge. It just spun.
Yeah, there should be map packs, other modes, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
maps. Keep the game
Story
alive.
extensions. Story
And story.
extensions. Those are
Yes.
nice.
They said they didn't put any new maps for multiplayer because they didn't want to separate the community. Well, then why didn't you put new maps for escalation? You think 4 maps are enough? I mean, escalation maps don't separate the community because it's escalation. It's not competitive multiplayer.
I am happy to hear that the campaign will have co-op again. That's
Yeah.
nice.
After playing War for Cybertron and Dark of the Moon, well, Dark of the Moon wasn't that fast, but after playing War for Cybertron, when Fall Cybertron came out, like, this is slow, it's boring,
False
you
Cybertron
know?
was extremely slow and extremely. I swear to God, I went back to play False Cybertron. I was not able to finish a single match. That's how bored I was. I tried to play one match. After like 10 minutes of being in the same match and it being still slow paced and everything, I just left. I got off the game.
It
I
feels
didn't
like
want to
it's
play anymore.
constantly. It feels like it's constant 30 frames per second. I liked Fallout Cybertron. I did, but it just did a lot of things wrong to me. The campaign was great, but
Yeah.
it just didn't do things. It
Nothing
kind of
wrong with
made
the
changes that
campaign.
weren't necessary.
Look, there's nothing wrong with the campaign. It's just that they could have made certain missions co-op. I know like most missions were centered around a single character, but like look at the Jazz and Cliffdropper missions. Those could have easily been co-op, or like where you're the Combaticons and all that.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
Combaticon one could have been like up to 5 people.
And Dinobots, you could have. Oh God, no, actually, never mind. I don't want to talk about Dinobots. I hate Dinobots. Grimlock. I feel like High Moon ruined Fall Cybertron by concentrating on Dinobots. That's all they cared about. They just focused on Dinobots that they didn't actually make a good job
Playing
out of the rest of
playing
the
as
game.
Grimlock was fun though, you
No,
know,
it wasn't.
like
Speak
that
for
level,
yourself. No, it wasn't. It was
like
not
with the
worth it.
fire and stuff.
It
It was
was
fun.
not worth it. Like High Moon put so much focus on just the Dinobots that the rest of the game itself was not that good. So I would rather have a good game instead of just playing with Dinobots. I don't know. It's just
The thing is, it lacked stuff. Like it only had one ability. You couldn't double jump. There was only like a couple weapons.
I felt like slow and trapped. I don't know. Like the it was just hallways. Like not hallways. I mean, there was a lot of variety, but like you couldn't go in a lot of places.
I like the ideas of some of the weapons, like the
Yeah.
Cosmic Rust Cannon or whatever it was called, Corrosive Slime Cannon. But some of them just didn't feel that comfortable to use, though, as opposed to just good old-fashioned, bullet-based weapons.
Yeah. It didn't really make sense either, because in War for Cybertron, Cybertron was still alive or whatever, and they used like all these bullet weapons. But then when Fall Cybertron came out, like Cybertron was basically dead and resources were limited. But then all of a sudden they start using energy-based weapons instead of bullets. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around?
I don't care much for movie games anymore. After Dark of the Moon, I just gave up on them.
I'll,
Well, look,
I'll
Amazing
put in
Spider-Man
this
2 looks like a
last.
great game.
Well, Dark of the Moon campaign wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it
Nah, it
was.
was pretty
Okay,
Yeah, it
horrible.
was. It didn't have a story.
let's leave it at this. Um, I'll remain positively optimistic about the game. I'll wait till I see more about it, but for now, I may pick it up if it turns out to be good, if it looks good. But for now, I'll just not have high expectations for it.
Yeah. What
Yeah, I agree.
he said.
So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and comment, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe.